Hello and welcome to Gifted Underachievers, a podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. Many creative workers meet with each other remotely, and we've noticed a troubling trend in the time zone sensitivities of a particular region of this beautiful globe. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, Pat.
Yes, James.
Did you know that the Gifted Underachievers Clubhouse is in 2 different time zones?
I did. Yes.
We can't say which ones because we don't want to reveal its location.
Right. Yeah.
But yes, It crosses. And not just to create this image that it's like takes up one whole wedge of the planet. But it is big.
Is very big, and psychically, I would say it takes up a certain, like it crosses bandwidths, right?
Yeah. So I would say, when you're on the other side of the Gifted Underachievers Clubhouse and you're calling me at maybe it's a reasonable 9 a.m. your time. It's 8 a.m. my time.
You would say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because we can't tell the truth.
Yeah. Show a little consideration.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, this is something I've noticed. Let me tell you something. I got a text this morning at, what time was that at? I haven't had a chance to respond. Oh, 6:44 a.m.
Wow.
I was awake. But I don't look at my phone first thing. I have a little bunch of rituals that I do. Meditate, go for a walk, exercise, whatever, right? So, but it's not unusual for people in other time zones. Well, let me put it this way, a certain time zone.
Yes.
To have this level of, what would you call it?
I'm going to say, well, it's a time zone obtuseness that exists within the imperial autocratic time zone that we call Eastern Standard Time. Yeah.
And so I think now this is a North American phenomenon, Eastern Standard Time. Right. Of course, we don't say, for example, in Europe, they say Central European Time because they know there's other countries and continents. Over there, they have a bit more of a global perspective on things. But here we don't. We just say, it's Pacific Time, as if Pacific Time is the same everywhere. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's completely different all over the place because the Pacific is fucking huge. But we call it, Pacific Time, and. So I have noticed that there is this sort of, I don't know what, imperialist, I guess, is a good word because that implies it's the center of the universe, right? Or the world. And that so if it's noon there, then it's noon everywhere, obviously.
Right. It's not just that, and I am an Eastern Standard Timer. And I have been, called out. In an early morning call to somebody who was on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably like 9 a.m. my time. And I said, boy, this is early. And they were like, huh.
Yeah.
Talk about 3 hours earlier over here, dude. And, there is a certain obtuseness that exists within the Eastern Standard Time Zone.
I would agree.
Everybody should know what time it is here.
That's true.
Know what time it is there.
Yeah. I mean, I have clients I meet with in that time zone, and some are very cognizant of the fact that there's a difference, and some are quite oblivious, and so I have a regular meeting at 7 a.m. Mondays. And this is not a client meeting. It's a writing group. And, I think 3 out of the 5 people in that group live in the Eastern time zone.
Right.
And so for them, it's 10 a.m., which is a reasonable hour, I guess. And 2 of us are on the West Coast. And I'm actually kind of interested about what might happen when the clocks go back this coming fall, because my province, British Columbia, has decided not to change clocks again. We're sticking with this. We're not going to do the reversion.
I am all for that.
Yeah, me too. It's bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
see the point, right? We're not all farming
Yeah.
anymore. And the farmers, they're very good at dealing with daylight and whatnot. So,
Well, they don't really, it's daylight, we're going.
yes,
It's
exactly.
nighttime, we're
This,
stopping,
I don't
you know?
understand the whole point
Yeah.
of it. However, one of us in this writing group, 7 a.m. for me, 7 a.m. for her, when we got into the fall, uh, their clocks, um, will fall back an hour and don't even ask me what the time did, but I'll be an hour apart from them too. And I find that kind of liberating. It's like, you know,
For listeners, we have to remind Pat that this is not a visual.
I just flipping two birds.
She just gave the two bird salute to daylight savings time.
And to those in the Pacific states of the United States. So anyway, it's I don't know why that felt sad. Who knows why?
It looked like it felt good.
Well, yeah, and I've noticed also that with because I teach online and it's international basically. There's been students in Singapore, New Zealand, Central European time, the United Kingdom, and all of these. I've noticed there's huge awareness of time zone differences for them. And less obliviousness or obtuseness, I guess.
Yeah, less obliviousness. And, surprising for me, so I'll work with clients in the UK.
Yeah.
And they're always courteous about time zones.
Yeah.
I to a T.
Yeah.
They'll talk about Greenwich Meridian time and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But, they're always on the ball.
Yeah. So what are we saying here? Well, we're saying, you know what? I always put these in anytime I feel like somebody might have an issue figuring out time zones. I put links to this handy dandy time zone converter that you can find on the web. And you can actually get the one I use. You can get 5 different time zone times, so you put in your time zone. Oh, I'm going to hold a meeting at 9 Pacific. What time is that in Singapore? What time is it in this country?
Right.
This city. And you can do it. So I do it as a courtesy sometimes for when I do have students who seem to have trouble making, because there's office hours, making the thing happen for themselves because they don't know that time zones exist or whatever their fucking problem is.
There's a little bit of Pat's judgmentalness.
I'm very judgy about this stuff. I don't know why. You know what? When I was a kid, because my mom's and dad's, both their families, well, my dad's family all moved to Canada, but my mom's family was still back in Glasgow. And they were just very aware of the clock. Both my parents, when they phoned long distance, which they didn't do a lot because it was, pennies a minute and it added up really fast. And, but once in a very blue moon, they would phone, and the time zone stuff, it got drilled into my brain that we weren't the center of the universe. And, not all clocks.
Yeah. Well, we only had growing up, my dad cut himself off from everything in the UK.
Wow.
He came over here is that done. So the only person or group that we had anywhere in a different time zone was my uncle who lived in Arizona.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You kind of learned, like, if you're gonna, he would call at sort of later in the evening after, if he wanted to talk after, those kinds of like silly little things. But boy, it was an Eastern Standard Time Zone centric childhood, let me tell you.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
yeah.
All right. So I think what we're saying is in this day and age of instant communications around the world, there is time and space.
Yes.
And not everybody is in the same time and space.
Yes. Public service announcement.
Yeah. PSA.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Hope you have a great creative week.